right, guys, so Peacemaker Season 2 has wrapped up. So we're going to talk about the show, full spoilers and all. We'll touch on the finale in just a minute, but I just want to talk about my brief introduction to Peacemaker and stuff like that. So saw him in the Suicide Squad. I always like John Cena as an actor. I always think he is a good actor in some things and kind of cringy in others, but I enjoyed him in the Suicide Squad. Peacemaker Season 1, personally, for me, didn't really work. I thought a lot of it was so self-indulgent with the jokes. I always thought the character of Chris and Peacemaker in the show was pretty good, but I thought the characters around him and like the villain just didn't work for me. So going into Season 2, I had a little bit more of lower expectations. Like, I didn't know really what to expect or anything like that. And overall, season two is much better than season 1, and I actually really enjoyed it. This season, I guess you would say, whether it's the final season or what, really focuses more on the character dynamics between the whole gang, whether it's Ads, whether it's Vigilante, or John, or Amelia, or fucking Chris. This is how I think season 1 should have been, and I think it should have focused more on the characters and make them more relatable and more getting attached to them, so to speak, because I really came out of season 2 really enjoying all these characters and want to see them in the future for sure. I think the acting and the performances, particularly through Jennifer Holland and John Cena, they were phenomenal in this. I always was like, okay, here goes James Gunn casting his wife and everything, but in this season of Peacemaker, I won't lie, she kills it. And then Cena went from acting in The Marine, if you guys ever saw that movie, to this. He has come a long way, and I think he's phenomenal as his character. This character was meant for him to play, and I think he does a great job. As for the whole premise of season 2, it's a lot of a revenge story. We know Rick Flag Sr. is trying to get back at Peacemaker for killing his son. It's a lot of that, and then we go into the dimensions. We go to Earth X, which is a crazy Nazi world, and he gets to see his father and his brother that are still alive in that universe. We see that connection of them bonding there. There's so many moments that I really liked, a lot of emotional moments too between Chris and his father, who's a good guy in a sense, or at least a better father in Earth X, and the dynamic between him and his brother. The action, the humor actually worked so pretty much throughout the show. So I mean, I can't really complain about that. There's some, of course, that, you know, was too much, like James Gunn's known for doing. But for me, I actually like there's a big debate, season 2 intro or season 1 intro. For me, I really liked the season 2 intro. I don't know why. It grew on me as like episode 3 and 4 hit. So I think it's a way better intro than that. But regardless, let's touch on the finale, guys. In the finale, honestly, I loved seeing Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor in, I think, episode 6. I thought that was awesome. But the finale basically consists of, how can I explain it? Like the group creates this new organization called Checkmate. Apparently it's somewhere in the comics. I have no idea. But to talk about the main cliffhanger, we'll get there in a second. I think this finale episode, if James Gunn didn't say that there was supposed to be a big star, which there isn't, I think this finale episode would have been more satisfying for me. I really did enjoy it. I thought it was very emotional. I think it hit the strings that it needed to hit. I liked it, but I was kind of let down. I'm not going to lie. I was let down more or less by the ending, and I was also let down by James Gunn teasing this big star in the season finale of season 2, and there was nobody. At least maybe you guys can leave a comment below and let me know. But the cliffhanger for me is that the whole goal that Rick Flag Sr. was doing was getting into a Peacemaker's dimension portal, and he wants to have a spot where a prison to get all the prisoners from America and from the United States and our Earth to this place to leave them behind. And they end up throwing Peacemaker there for no reason, just because Rick Flag Sr. hates him because of his son. And we leave him there, and Peacemaker looks around, and we hear these like noises and things like that, and we don't know what it is. From what I was researching, it seems like there's going to be dinosaurs on this Earth or dimension or whatever. So if that's what story James is going to interpret, whether it's in Man of Tomorrow, I have no idea. That's what I was really expecting with the finale. Is James said that this leads right into Man of Tomorrow. but there really was no hook for it. Like there was nothing like to really explain that. Maybe we're missing it. Maybe we'll connect the keys once we get to Man of Tomorrow. But overall, I think that's what kind of brought it down a notch for me, was like expectation. My speculation turned into expectation, and I was kind of let down. That's kind of on me. As the whole show goes, though, guys, to wrap up my concluding thoughts, I think James did a great job with Peacemaker season 2. It's more my fitting. I love seeing the Justice Gang in episode 1. I love seeing the tie into the normal, now present DCU. I thought he did a great job with that. I think it's far superior, better than season 1. To this day, I really will never rewatch it. This one I have a chance to, but let me know your guys' thoughts below, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys real soon.